my friends, it's Captain Cairo here, and today we're gonna be talking about 5 things I wish I knew before I started out training. Celebrity transformations, we've all seen them. We've all seen this celebrity going from soaking wet 150 pounds to 200 pounds muscle mass in 3 months, adding like 50 pounds of muscle. And I thought I could do that too. What I didn't know back then was that some of those transformations were actually on the magic juice. Not to mistaken with Magic Johnson, but if you're sipping that juice, of course you're gonna have a lot different transformation than people who are actually just working out as normal human beings and not test subjects. Of course, it's going to be harder for normal human beings to be working out than someone who is actually enhancing himself. So I wish I knew this much earlier. I could have lowered my expectations a little bit more, knowing that it would take more time. Which brings us to the second point. Time. I wish I knew how time consuming building and maintaining a good physique actually is. I was a scrawny kid back then, still green behind the ears, and I didn't know how this would be a lifelong goal, a lifelong event of achievements that I would have again and again and again and again, and there will never be a stopping. You know how it is. You stop for 2 weeks and all of a sudden you lose all your gains. You feel like eating salads and watching Teletubbies. That's just our lot in life. This is how it's gonna be. If you think you can build a physique and just stop and have it for the rest of your life, well, you're in for a rude awakening, man. If you want to keep that shredded physique, you'll have to train until you die. Alright, coming to number 3. Do what works for you. Before I became a trainer, all I knew was the bro split. I knew the bro split because everyone around me was doing the bro split, and I knew the bro split worked because it worked for them, right? No, not right. Because while we're all human and while our muscles respond to the same stimuli, some people benefit from some types of training more than others. So while the bro split might have been the perfect thing for a friend of mine or someone else, it was not really the thing that brought me to the best that I could be. So this is something I had to learn through doing the same thing over and over and over again till I noticed that it actually wasn't the right thing for me, which brought me to lose a lot of time. And this brings us to number 4. Pace yourself. This is one of the biggest regrets I have concerning training. I want to be big now, strong now, fast now. Now. So I took no rest days. I went all out, every training, 7 days a week, and you don't have to be a trainer or a genius to know that this is going to lead to a lot of issues and a lot of injuries in the future. And injuries mean you're losing potential to grow and grow muscle and grow stronger and grow faster. I didn't know that our bodies actually grew while we rest and not while we were training. So I thought more net training time meant more net muscle building, which is not true at all. Now that doesn't mean that you have to lay lazy on your couch for the whole day and do nothing. But it means that slow and steady wins the race. Like I said, this is a lifelong thing you're gonna be working on. And all the time I lost because of recovery from injuries and recovery from insane DOMs would have been better spent actually being able to rest and being able to give my body the time that it needs to build the muscle that I actually wanted to. So this brings us to number 5 and my last point, and this one actually took me a little bit by surprise. It's the constant pain that results from working out intensely every day, every week, every month of every year. Now I do calisthenics, I do bouldering, I do cycling and swimming, I do running, I do isolation work sometimes, so there's a lot of different things that I'm training in, which means that I have DOMs fucking constantly all the time. And even if I don't have DOMs, even just the pain in my hands from ripping and tearing off the skin all the time, you're gonna have pains. You're gonna have pains, you're gonna have pain 3 or 4 days a week, and you're gonna have to cope with it. Now it's a good kind of pain, not the bad kind of pain like losing an arm or a finger, but it definitely is something that you should be aware of, because it can be discouraging when you notice that, dude, I'm working out but I'm actually feeling pain here and there. As long as it's manageable, and this is something I had to learn with time, how to not overdo it, not too intensely, to not have too much pain, and to not get injured all the time, it got better. So keep that in mind. This is all from me for today. I thank you for tuning in. If you got anything beneficial from the video, just like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, dislike, leave a comment about how stupid I am. This is Captain Cairo. I thank you for tuning in. Peace out.